heard of anybody being manipulated or forced to do. If you pull it up for your reasons. Now, I had a friend who told me years ago, like 3 years ago, we were literally having dinner in New York. And he goes, hey, man, because he used to be a Sean John model. I'm like, yo, so, we were talking about modeling, the modeling industry, and we used to do this thing where we would get together. He's straight, I'm gay. We would get together with a small group of us, and we would just eat and just be and just gossip. It really is what it was. And he said, man, I've seen the craziest in this game, bro. He goes, one time I was chilling, and I got a call that Puff wanted me to come over. This is all out allegedly. He says 3 years ago, wanted me to come over, pull up. I pulled up, and he wanted me to like play with Cassie's and this, that, this. And he would sit there and film it. He was playing with himself, and in my mind, you know what I said? You're a cloud chasing, lying, manipulative. Oh my God, I can't trust. I literally
believe all victims.
No, I literally. No.
No,
but was he a victim?
No,
he was consenting. So that's what I'm saying. That's what.
Yeah, I mean, it's Bill Cosby. I want you to check.
Okay. This is all allegedly, but at the time when he said it, I really thought he was just crazy being a cloud chaser. That's his thing. And then full circle, I had to go. I had to call him. I went back to New York for something. I pulled up on him and I said, I'm sorry. Because what he said, can I ask you a question? This is real.
Because that's the example.
This is, I mean, actually, both of y'all, I think y'all, like, everybody has their thing, whatever it is. If Diddy's thing is to get willing participants to girl or whatever it may be while he watches, that's his thing. You can have your personal opinion about it. If there's other people out there that's their thing, you have your thing, right? You do, that's your thing, right? So I don't look at Diddy like, I don't say he's a weirdo, right?
Well, it's all the other stuff that makes him a weirdo.
Yeah, I will say they're overly abusive.
Yeah, the abusive, yeah.
I don't got nothing to say about whatever was going with willing participants. I don't, as long as they're of other age and willing, I don't care.
They're going to come and take that baby from you. You really need to just stay out the way. Give Blueface his phone back. Why does she have Blueface's phone? Where's Jada? Weren't her and Jada friends? And Jada put out her number, and now Blueface, I can't call her because she got the phone. 2024 far away. How many more days you got? How many more days you got to 2024? Now, TJ Jakes over. I don't even want to imagine that, and that's so crazy that y'all would even say that about Bishop. I can't. I'm gonna pray for y'all. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna pray. I really am. I'm going to pray for you. All of you. It's sad. I have a headache.
In another explosive interview, Jason Lee described a chilling moment when he says Diddy threatened him after he took a photo inside his home. What was it about that image that sparked such an intense reaction? Was Diddy simply trying to protect his privacy, or was there something else he didn't want captured? The incident has only added to the growing speculation surrounding the music mogul and the people within his inner circle.
That's not only with Diddy right now, yeah. Like, how does that affect you? Real relationship, these are, I'm pretty sure you built a relationship with him respectfully over the years of knowing who he is, what he represents. Your show is on Repo.
Yeah, I don't have a friendship with Diddy. He's not my friend. We don't hang out. We text a few times. I was on his network. I've been to many of his house parties. And let's start with different silos of Diddy, right? Okay, on one hand, cultural icon, done a lot for music, fashion, culture. He has a school, had a school, network ownership, one of the few Black owners of a network. Musically, he's inspired the world for years. As a human being, he's had lots of conflict. He had Tupac's death, Biggie's death, all the drama. We had the shooting with J-Lo. Sean went to prison. Maybe he shouldn't have went to prison. There's always been these stories about Diddy being evil. I've heard he was the devil. I heard he was evil. He even once threatened me. But I don't know if it was the De Leon or Ciroc or if
just felt himself. But I was taking a picture in his house and he walked over and he said, "Don't you ever try me. I'm letting you know right now. I'm a dip. I said, "Do you want to get in the picture or not? Because I'm drunk, you drunk, and I ain't about to do this with you." Yeah, he got in the picture. The picture said, "What you mean? You know, get your crazy Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde ass out of here." But you know, that was the little experience I had with him. But every text was always love. It was always cool. It was always nice to me. When I see him and Cassie together, I have a video somewhere about him dancing through the house and having a great time. All love. I mean, I've seen Diddy have to hire extra security, almost the military, to stop people from wanting to scale the wall to get in his house because on the other side of that wall is Beyonce, Jay-Z, and every big star you want to know. He's there too, but I don't know if he was busting up. I'm just saying. Hey, because they said that too about the good bishop. This is what I hate about the internet. If you say it is true, if you think it is true, if somebody retweets it is true, everything ain't true. I don't know what I'm just saying. The fact that they said the bishop was busting open, I honestly had to take a break that week because I said, what we're not going to do is take a man who's touched the world, pause, or whatever, and in a way that all of us had felt it in our spirits when we needed to be filled up with the word of the Lord. And we castrated in that way. Yeah. But anyway, back to Diddy. We saw his kids the other day in handcuffs. Did we see Ivanka Trump and Trump Jr. in handcuffs? But they daddy got they Spider-Man climbing up the wall to kill the vice president, take over Congress, and stop an election. But we ain't seen a mugshot or nothing because we're teaching people watching. Black and brown gonna be treated one way, white gonna be treated another way. Black and brown gonna be cannibalized and evil and vilified. White folks, it's a misunderstanding. We won't call a mass shooting in this country terrorism because white people killing everybody. We don't call it a debate over guns. No, it's terrorism when you go into school and kill 6-year-olds. This, you know, Kamala Harris, biggest issue I have with her is that she just has not been able to put her feet solid on the ground with the culture and understand. She said that America is not racist, and now is running around every black church that will welcome her in there because she got some white person advisor and telling her that's the way to get the black vote. So I feel very passionately about these things. I think with Diddy, what we're watching is we live in an era where celebrities got to be careful and got to be fearful at all times because all I got to do is put everything I want to say about you in a lawsuit. Let TMZ or Hollywood Unlocked or anybody run the lawsuit because you can't sue a lawsuit. It's a public document. So it got out to the public. So they did the dirty work. And then, regardless if you're guilty or not, you're going to lose everything. And then by the time you get to court, you lost it all. And okay, yeah, you didn't do it. It's crazy. So I'm not saying that Diddy didn't do it or he did do it. I think if he goes through his process like R. Kelly did, but we saw the R. Kelly tape, so we knew he did that. Y'all kept dancing in the name of love, asking if he could fly. You saw that. Did that little kid. Yeah. But anyway, with Diddy, we didn't see all this stuff. I saw him and Cassie embracing each other, dancing, and whatever. And then she said what she said. We don't know if it happened or didn't happen. We know she got a bag. We don't know how much. And then that opened the floodgates for dogpile on Diddy. And Diddy's lost it all. He's lost the school that was helping black kids. He's lost his clothing line that none of us were buying. Sean John over at Macy's. He lost Revolt. He lost his Grammy nomination. He lost the deal with Ciroc. He was getting $50 million a year. Don't get that deal's gone. He's lost it all. And then we're happy about that. I don't understand. No, we're not. Oh, mine, not us, not. Yeah. I'm not happy or not happy. I'm just like, wow. What you're saying?
Well, so what? He caused people to lose shit.
It's something that
He caused people to lose their life, to lose their career. Fuck Diddy. Shit. You damn right we happy about it.
These type of people are bad. When I look at the whole situation, I'm saying to myself, I don't know what side to take, and I'm not going. It's just too much to handle. But I see what's happening, and too many people are being affected. Me being a father, what is this children thing? It's not fair, right? And I think one of the things for me is it's a lot of people that live vicariously through you, indirectly and directly, that is impacting your life. I know it's, beautiful twins, and I'm saying to myself, they're at an age now where do they even go to school? How is that even? And obviously, his sons was in handcuffs, and those are just the things that I'm like, but
No, I know Justin. I don't know Christian as much as I know Justin. I've known Quincy prior to 15 years.
Although Jason Lee has openly criticized Diddy, he has consistently spoken with respect about Diddy's children, often expressing sincere admiration for them. That is why he said it was especially difficult to take in the news surrounding the federal raids, particularly the reports that two of Diddy's sons were placed in handcuffs before later being released without facing any charges. For Jason, watching the family become part of such a widely publicized investigation was both surprising and deeply disturbing.
Puff was a guy who really, I worked at MTV for about 18 years, and Puff was a guy who helped me extend, my business acumen, shall I say. Really cool guy, very
Yeah, I'm sorry for him. Fuck him. What about the people he lies he done fucked up? Shit. He done fucked thousands of people lives up. Their career and their music and their publishing and their masters. They man, please, fuck Diddy.
this is rap, it's hip hop, as we refer to it as, and it's a competitive sport. And when 50 Cent came in the game, 50
Hello?
with
Why should anybody feel sorry for Diddy? Diddy
the big guys. So this is just another page.
messed up a lot of people's lives. Their career, stole their publishers, their masters. Why should anybody feel sorry for Diddy? He should have got life.
Like Jason said,
He just got lucky because he had a good lawyer, some good lawyers, several lawyers, 10 lawyers probably. But that's the reason why he didn't get that life. And the jury was corrupt.
Serious allegations.
That jury was corrupt.
Diddy's music sucks. I don't like his new sneaker brand.
I don't feel sorry for Diddy. He got what he got. He should have got longer than that. But he done stole people's lives. He done sacrificed thousands of people.
About Mr. Combs.
Messed up people's career to better his own career.
I know for sure is that when it comes to our culture,
I don't feel sorry for him at all.
we've seen the former president of the United States inspire the country to turn into Spider-Man and climb up the Capitol to overthrow the government in the middle of an election, but yet we haven't seen his mugshot.
And not only that, he still got lawsuits. He still got criminal charges.
And his other sons.
And it's sad because they, all these people that he done hurt and ruined their lives.
Into the conversation
That you got corrupt police officers up there where you live at in the industry that stick up for him long as he paying them.
I'm not loyal to Diddy. We're not friends by any measure, but I
To
respect.
destroy evidence, to keep quiet, to keep people quiet, threatening people.
Everybody else, but this new world of let me put everything I want to say but can't say online without getting a definition.
Not to mention the children that's missing, the kids that's missing.
I'm not a supporter of that culture.
Him, Jay-Z,
What's happening right now? If there is
Beyonce, all of them.
and see him be
Clyde gone now. Now it's time for Jay-Z and Diddy and Beyonce. You get rid of them. Get them out the way, out the industry, out the music industry, and then things probably be better. Probably be better than it was. So they can't stand to see nobody doing better than them.
Trafficking of minors or of weapons.
He should have been charged with battery, domestic violence. He should have been charged with them guns. He should have been charged with them drugs that found in his house. He should have been charged with a whole bunch of stuff that they didn't charge him with.
weird. I was taking a picture at his house and he came up and said something like, yo, don't ever try me with trying to come for me because, it'll be a problem. But that's, I think he had too much daily on. I just said, do you want to get a picture or not? We took a picture and moved on.
And Clyde gone now. Clyde Davis gone now. What you gonna do?
Kids, even though they're grown, but they're really good people. To see them,
You ain't got no backbone.
both sides, and I'm not a Diddy.
Cause Jay-Z, he done throwed you to the curb too. Even though he on the run.
Something about Diddy. He's evil. He's this. He's that.
He is. He evil, demonic,
You could be an asshole.
the devil.
You could be evil. You could be pure evil. You could be a thief in publishing. You could be all these things. But that doesn't mean that you got your kids who are good kids out going to find young teenagers to bring back and have sex with. I don't know that to be those kids. If they find evidence,
It's true.
it would literally shock me because I know them and I don't know them to be those.
It's true.
And I've never seen a kid at Diddy's house other than his own children. So I don't know Diddy to have a bunch of kids.
Just because you haven't seen it don't mean that they haven't been there.
I haven't been there overnight. I haven't been there when the party's in. I don't know them intimately.
So you can't speak on something you don't know.
And then he should be
Because other people that have been to them parties have seen other kids there.
that we stop rushing to judgment and taking everything away from people before they have their
Man, whatever. Nobody want to hear that.
because you're setting up the next-
Whatever. You must have done been with them. You trying to bend them.
When young Dolph was murdered on November 17th, 2021, the people who loved him did not just grieve, they moved. And the man the streets say moved hardest was not some unknown soldier. It was Dolph's own cousin, the CEO Jizzle. People connected to Dolph's assassination ended up dead in the years that followed. And every time the streets try to explain those deaths, one name keeps coming up. CEO Jizzle, not a label executive, not a manager, not someone operating from a distance. Dolph's blood, a man who grew up in the same city, ran in the same circle and walked broad daylight inside a cookie store. The same man then took a bullet himself, shot in the abdomen inside a packed arena in front of thousands of people, and came out the other side posting from his hospital bed like he had nothing to fear and everything to settle. The streets watched all of that unfold in real time. And the more they watched,
Yeah, I want to talk about
yo, what's good, fam? Welcome back.
Nolan Nolan Wells. I want to speak on Nolan Wells.
The retaliation that followed.
Them friends that he called himself went to the park with, to the island with,
Exactly why CEO Jizzle's name
it's just suspicious.
cycle Memphis is seen in a generation. Let's get into
Ain't no way that he went to the island with them boys and he the only one that didn't come back alive.
what we are going to walk through today is the full.
They know something, and some more of them people, students that was out there know at the island know what happened to him.
Because the documented facts alone are.
They just trying to keep it a hush hush.
You will understand why his
They know what happened to Nolan.
everything that went down in
And I want to say jealousy played a big part in a lot of people's deaths, demise. Jealousy played a big part in their people demise. A big major part in people demise.
He grew up in the Castalia
People can sit and deny it all they want to, but it's the truth.
that has never had.
I want to send my condolences to Nolan family, Nolan Wells family,
Major label. In 2010,
and I pray that he get the justice
an independent record label he read
that he needs.
with his own money, answering to nobody. By the height of his career, he had turned down a $20
Because
million label.
that's sad, you know, how all these young boys
He just saw something else.
got a good life ahead of them, good career ahead of them, and then they end up losing and end up
After the two had been connecting at family gatherings for years.
coming up in this situation, losing their life.
Including the Dumb and Dumber series that put both of them at the top of the Southern rap.
Enough is enough. It's just sad
Including Jay Fizzle, Big Moochie.
how these people, these young boys just coming up missing, lives getting taken from them, cut short.
Young Dolph was not just a rapper. He was a blueprint. He was proof that you could build something real, something completely yours, without compromising a single thing. Every Thanksgiving he came
Just
out
like they did Carmelo.
giving back to the same streets.
Carmelo had a good life ahead of him, in front of him.
And that is exactly why what happened to him hit so different. So check it.
And I see people were jealous of him.
Young Dolph stopped into Makeda's home.
They had no way, they had no business going over there messing with that boy.
Around the holidays, doing exactly what he always did when he came back home. Two men pulled up in a stolen white
And
Mercedes
Eddie Pereira,
and opened fire.
your day coming.
cookie store.
Your day is coming.
Surrounded by people who love him.
Cause you invited Camilla over there to sit down and
Robert Thornton Jr.
join you, and then you turn around and turn your back on him
Was expected to give out turkeys for
with the
Thanksgiving.
Metcalf twins.
His death gut wrenching.
God got something in store for every one of y'all involved.
Through the rap industry.
So don't think you got away with it because you didn't.
Flowers piled up outside Makeda's.
Because he watching everything you doing. Everything y'all did that day.
The cousin who was more like a brother disappeared from public view for weeks. And when the grief began,
I thank God that
when the questions about who did this and why started getting answered, one by one,
Camilla got a team
one of the most dangerous chapters in modern hip hop history. But here's where it gets
that's
the investigation.
gonna back him up, gonna bring him through this appeal.
In January 2022,
I thank God for him being able, them being able to file an appeal on his behalf. Cause no, he did not deserve no 35 years when he was defending himself. That was self-defense. I don't care what nobody say. That was self-defense. And he don't deserve no 35 years. Camilla had a good head on his shoulder. He was an 8 honor roll. He had 21 scholarships. He was the captain of his football team. He worked 2 jobs.
He identified himself in the surveillance footage from
And I feel like they was jealous of it.
He laid out exactly how the whole
And he saved some people's lives. He saved somebody's life. He gave them another chance of life.
Justin Johnson for the job. And then Smith said what the streets had.
And that was a blessing.
Nobody had confirmed under oath until that moment. Before
Lord, please bring Camilla through this. Lord, I know you will. Please bring him through this appeal. Let him get another chance to getting another child. Either get thrown out or get a lesser charge. Because 35 years, he did not deserve 35 years. And Lord, protect him while he up in that prison. Please protect him while he in prison in the name of Jesus.
The Tennessee Court of Criminal Appeals upheld that conviction in early 2026. Sentenced to life in prison for killing a young dog. It's 35 more years tacked onto his sentence.
Please don't let nothing happen to him, Camilla, while he in there. Lord, I ask him to watch over his family, his mama, his father, his sister, siblings.
Hernandez case remained unresolved. Now let's talk about where CEO
protect them anywhere they go.
This is where it gets real spicy. He is a Memphis-based rapper, and
because the truth is coming to the light. Half came to the light.
Has been publicly documented.
They jumped him.
He released music independently, stayed active on Instagram, kept performing.
And they did the same thing to Nolan Wells. I feel like he was
label artist and does not carry
attacked.
Reach. But in Memphis, after
never made it back home.
None of that mattered. What mattered,
Lord, I ask you to watch over his family, his mom, his dad, his family,
and CEO Jizzle
as they go through this
for those who haven't been keeping up,
tragedy.
Streets were watching the real.
And they can be able to put him away nice, send him home.
Every lyric, every show, every public move was being analyzed by.
Lord, please bring justice to the Wells family. Please, Lord, bring justice. Find out everybody involved that had something to do with his demise.
He stayed vocal on social media. He posted up. He performed. He moved through Memphis like a man who had not changed his routine for anybody. He made it absolutely clear that Dolph's death had not scared him away from anything. In Memphis, that kind of visibility in the middle of an active conflict is not just symbolic. It signals loyalty. It signals presence. It tells everybody watching that you are not running, not hiding, and not done. When people in those YouTube comment sections and Instagram DMs were asking each other who was going to hold it down for Dolph,
CEO Jizzle's name was the one coming up over and over. The streets read every move he made through that lens from day one. And every move he made seemed to confirm exactly what they already believed. The story of what the streets say CEO Jizzle did after Dolph's murder did not build itself overnight. It came together piece by piece, incident by incident, as names connected to Dolph's murder started disappearing from the board. People plugged into Memphis began connecting events the mainstream news was treating as completely separate stories.
I want to send my warm and condolences to the little girl, 4 years old, where her parents was
Every arrest with any connection
the suspects and her demise.
to a single narrative, a narrative about loyalty.
Lord, I pray that the little girl can get put away. Nice.
Respond on their own terms. And the
She didn't deserve this. It's sad when people that supposed to protect you
Now, this is where we got to address the biggest event that
harm your life or harm their own child. It's like you can't even look for the ones to protect you no more because they be the main one taking your life. Be the cause of your demise. That baby was innocent. She didn't deserve that. Nevaeh. She did not deserve that. Nevaeh Harris. Just like Naziah Harris. Life was cut short. And they still haven't recovered her body. Her remains.
Stay alert. Choose stay alive. Watch your back at all times. That post read very differently after people saw what happened the very next afternoon. January 13th.
I want to send my condolences to all these young kids and babies that life being cut short. That's innocent.
Multiple gunshots and moved toward the sound. He found two men on the ground with multiple gunshot wounds outside Perion's restaurant and event center. Big Juke had been there attending a repast following the funeral of a family relative named Eric Bolton. He was transported to St. Francis Hospital and pronounced dead at 47 years old.
Good evening, Daniel. Well, at least 5 police sources have confirmed with Fox 13 the person killed is Anthony Mims, also known as Big Juke. Now, Big Juke is the brother of rapper Yo Gotti. Now, we were at that scene earlier tonight. Police say 2 men were shot outside Perion's restaurant and event center around 4:15. Now, that's on Winchester near Kirby. According to the Memphis Police Department, the victim was inside a vehicle at the time and was brought here to St. Francis Hospital, where he was pronounced deceased.
The second victim survived after being airlifted to Regional 1. Memphis Police Deputy Chief Paul Wright stated publicly that the shooting was targeted and that the specific